Hi everyone, welcome back to Term 4. I hope that you're having a great start to the term, and luckily for all of us at the moment enjoying a little bit of wet weather. While I'm on that topic though, that already has caused a little bit of drama and complications for us at the beginning of that first, or the end of the first week, in that we obviously had quite a short but severe storm here at the school which blacked us out for a little while. When those sorts of events, rain events or natural disasters occur at school, it actually prompts us to kick into gear our emergency management plans, and those plans solely focus on making sure that our students and our staff and even visitors and guests are safe if they're here at school while those things are occurring. That does at times mean cancelling events, changing things, and in the instance of last week we actually chose to not run swimming on the Friday. I know that is upsetting and concerning sometimes, that parents have paid or students have G'd up to go and participate in those events. However, I really can't make any apologies for making sure that our students, our parents and staff are safe when we're concerned about unknown weather events or unpredictable weather like we were last week. Everyone was safe here, particularly on that Thursday, despite being blacked out for a little while, and of course having some students who were a little bit upset and disturbed by the very surprising lightning strikes that we had around the town. But we managed to keep everyone safe. We kept them inside and made sure that we were doing our very best to make sure that no one was going to be at any adverse risk. We've got plenty going on throughout this term as usual, and this week we actually see the first of our gold pins. I do need to talk to you all a little bit though around the fact that we've had to make some adjustments to the Vivo points that students need to actually get their gold pins. As Vivos have been used over the last couple of years, we've seen a growing uptake by our staff in using them, which also means that students are able to more quickly attain the standards that we've set previously around gold pins, certificates, etc. Last week I made the decision to actually increase quite significantly the number of points that students needed to achieve the gold pins up to 1,000, based on the fact we've got a number of students that were around the previous benchmark, but also knowing that gold pins are an extremely prestigious an important part of our school culture. It's also really important that standard for those remains extremely high. So I'm really pleased to see that we'll have a student this week get their gold pin, and I know we've got a number that are quite close to that are around that 1,000 point mark. And again, not making any apologies for making sure we've got extremely high benchmarks set for our best and brightest and most behaved students at our school. And just lastly from me, following on from our review last term, we're now well and truly into planning for 2019 and beyond. So we're now in a process where we're developing a 4-year strategic plan based on not just the outcomes of the review, but a number of other sources of data and anecdotal evidence that we've got here at the school. So that will inform what we're doing, not just for next year, but for the next 4 years. And similarly, we're in a space where we're also starting to plan for 2019. We will start to, over the next number of weeks, talk with teachers and students and some parents in some cases about what classes might look like for 2019. We do have quite a low number of students in our Prep to 2 spaces though, which will impact on the way our school staff for next year in some way, shape or form. But again, very difficult to know what that looks like until we see firm numbers. So if you are one of those families who's got a prep student or know of a family with a prep student, the best thing that you can do is make sure that they're enrolled with us, and that firms up our numbers and makes it much easier for us to plan. Hope you have a great fortnight. I'll see you next newsletter.